Every year, thousands of older adults lose their mobility not because of disease, but because of one preventable problem: weak knees. It starts quietly: a little stiffness when standing up, a small wobble on the stairs, a knee that clicks or aches after sitting too long. Then, one misstep becomes a fall, and suddenly even short walks feel risky. Many people believe the answer is to rest and move less. "My knees hurt, so I'd better sit down," they tell themselves, but that's the biggest mistake. The less you move, the weaker the muscles around your knees become, and the more pressure those fragile joints must carry alone. What begins as discomfort slowly turns into instability and loss of balance. The truth is, your knees don't need rest. They need guidance. With the right kind of movement, you can restore the support system that nature built around them, the powerful network of thighs, hips, and calves that keep you steady on your feet. That's exactly what we're going to do today. In this video, I'll show you 5 standing exercises designed specifically for adults over 60 to strengthen your knees, rebuild stability, and help prevent falls, all without leaving your living room. And make sure you stay with me until the end, because the final move is the one I teach first to anyone recovering from balance loss, and it's simpler and more powerful than you might think. Number 1, alternate knee lift. When we talk about strong knees, most people immediately think about cartilage or bone. But the truth is, it's the muscles around the knees that decide whether your steps feel steady or shaky. In a rehabilitation study from Kyoto Prefectural University, older adults who practiced slow knee lifts each morning not only improved their balance, but also regained confidence in walking simply because the muscles supporting their knees started doing their job again. Let's try it together. Stand behind a sturdy chair or kitchen counter. Keep your feet hip-width apart, your back straight, and your hands resting lightly for balance. Shift your weight gently onto your left leg. Now, lift your right knee up until your thigh is roughly level with the floor. Don't rush, just move with control. Then lower your leg slowly and switch sides. Continue this rhythm 10 times per leg. You'll begin to feel your front thigh working. That's the quadriceps, a large muscle group that acts like a cushion protecting your knees each time you walk or stand. When this muscle weakens, your knees carry the full force of every step, which is why pain and stiffness appear. By lifting your knee and holding it steady, you're training that cushion to absorb impact again. Right beneath the hip, another smaller group called the hip flexors also turns on. Think of them as the lifting cables that help your legs move forward when you climb stairs or get out of a chair. Strengthening them makes everyday movements smoother and reduces the feeling of heaviness in the legs. At the same time, the muscles in your belly, your core, and the lower back quietly tighten to keep you upright. This teamwork between legs, hips, and core is what keeps your body balanced and your posture stable. And here's the part most people don't realize. Each time you lift your leg and hold it, your brain is practicing balance. Inside your knees and ankles are tiny sensors that send messages to your brain, telling it where your body is in space. That process is called body awareness, or proprioception. The more you practice it, the faster your brain reacts if you trip or step on uneven ground. Over time, this little movement helps train your body to recover before a fall ever happens. Once you finish, you might feel a pleasant warmth spreading through your thighs and knees that's increased blood flow. Fresh oxygen and nutrients are now feeding the joint tissue, keeping it flexible and healthy. After this exercise, refuel your muscles with something light but nourishing. In Japan, a common post-morning routine snack is a small bowl of warm oatmeal topped with banana slices and sesame seeds. The oatmeal's complex carbs replenish gentle energy. The banana's potassium helps reduce cramps, and sesame seeds provide calcium, the very mineral your joints need to stay strong. Your knee muscles are now awake and supporting your steps again. Next, work on the back of your legs, the muscles that keep you steady when you take a step forward or climb a stair. Number 2, gentle leg kickback. If the first move wakes up the muscles in the front of your legs, this one focuses on the power behind them. The glutes and hamstrings. These are the muscles that push you forward, steady your hips, and absorb the pressure every time your foot hits the ground. When they weaken, your knees are forced to take on work they were never built to handle. That's one of the hidden reasons so many older adults experience aching knees even when the joint itself looks fine on an X-ray. To begin, stand tall behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Keep your feet about shoulder width apart and your hands resting lightly for support. Shift your weight gently onto your left leg. Now, keeping your right leg straight but not stiff, slowly swing it backward about 8 to 10 inches, just enough to feel a light pull in your buttock and the back of your thigh. Hold that position for 3 seconds while breathing steadily. You don't need to bend your upper body or lift the leg high. The secret is control, not range. Return the foot slowly to the floor. Then switch sides. Repeat this motion 10 times per leg. As you move, imagine that your heel is gently pushing against resistance, like pressing through soft sand. That image helps you engage the gluteus muscles, the large muscles in your hips and buttocks that act like stabilizing anchors for your entire lower body. Strong glutes keep your pelvis aligned, which in turn prevents unnecessary strain on the knees when you walk or stand. At the same time, the hamstrings and the muscles running along the back of your thighs contract to support the bending and straightening of the knee. Together, these two muscle groups act as a natural brace system, controlling your every step. When these muscles are trained regularly, your gait becomes more stable and fluid. Studies in rehabilitation clinics have shown that gentle kickback exercises increase hip stability and reduce knee pressure by up to 15% during normal walking. In simpler terms, your legs start to share the workload more evenly, and that's what prevents pain and fatigue from building up. You'll also notice something else. Each time you lift your leg behind you, the small muscles along your spine activate to maintain posture. This subtly strengthens your lower back, helping prevent that rounded, hunched stance that often comes with years of sitting. After completing the set, pause for a moment. You might feel a mild burn in your hips or the back of your legs. That's a good sign. It means those deep stabilizing muscles have finally switched on. Over time, this move improves walking endurance, makes stair climbing easier, and keeps your balance steady even on uneven ground. To complement this exercise, choose a meal that feeds your recovering muscles with lean protein and minerals. A perfect option is a small plate of grilled tofu with steamed broccoli and a drizzle of sesame oil. Tofu provides plant-based protein for rebuilding muscle fibers, while broccoli adds vitamin C and calcium for joint health. The sesame oil's natural healthy fats help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins that protect the joints. By now, your legs are beginning to feel more alive, strong in the front, steady in the back. The next movement brings both sides together, teaching your thighs and hips to work in harmony through one of the most important actions of everyday life, sitting and standing. Number 3, mini squat. If there's one movement that defines independence, it's the simple act of sitting down and standing up. We do it dozens of times every day, from getting out of bed, to rising from a chair, to picking something off the floor. Yet for many people over 60, that very motion starts to feel heavy, unsteady, or even painful. This third exercise retrains that essential pattern through what we call the mini squat. A small but mighty move that strengthens nearly every muscle supporting your knees and hips. Let's go step by step. Stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and arms extended forward for balance. Slowly begin to bend your knees, lowering your body just a few inches. No need to go deep. Imagine you're about to sit down on a tall stool behind you. Pause there for 2 seconds, keeping your weight in your heels, then press through your feet to rise back up. Repeat 10 to 12 times, moving slowly and evenly with your breath. You'll immediately feel your quadriceps, the muscles in the front of your thighs, engage as you lower, and your hamstrings and glutes take over to bring you back up. This partnership is what stabilizes your knees and prevents them from wobbling under pressure. Meanwhile, the core muscles in your abdomen tighten naturally to keep your spine straight, helping you maintain good posture and balance throughout the movement. When these muscles grow stronger, everyday life becomes easier. Tasks like getting up from the couch, using the toilet, or climbing stairs no longer feel like a challenge. And there's science behind it, too. Research from Japan's National Institute of Fitness and Sports found that older adults who practiced controlled mini squats 3 times per week improved lower body strength by nearly 30% in just 6 weeks. Even more impressive, their risk of losing balance when standing up dropped dramatically. If your knees feel stiff at first, don't push too low. Even a small bend trains your joints to distribute weight evenly again. Over time, this gentle movement improves the flow of synovial fluid, the body's natural joint lubricant, easing that creaky, grinding sensation many older adults feel when first moving after rest. When you're done, shake your legs lightly and take a deep breath. You might notice a sense of warmth and strength in your thighs, that circulation returning and muscles waking up. To support them, refuel with something light and balanced a small bowl of miso soup with soft tofu and a side of boiled sweet potato. The tofu provides protein for muscle repair, while sweet potato offers potassium to prevent cramps and fatigue. And here's a little challenge to make it more fun. Invite your spouse or a close friend to join you. Do 10 mini squats together while keeping count out loud. Sharing the rhythm not only makes the exercise more enjoyable, but also boosts motivation and accountability. You'll both notice that standing up becomes easier, your legs feel steadier, and even your morning energy improves. Now that your thighs and hips are working as a team, it's time to move lower to the calves and ankles, the body's natural shock absorbers that keep every step light and stable. Number 4, heel raise. Every time you take a step, climb a stair, or even stand in line at the grocery store, your calves are quietly working to keep you upright. These muscles at the back of your lower legs are your body's natural shock absorbers. Yet they're also among the first to weaken when we spend too much time sitting. Weak calves don't just make walking harder. They reduce blood flow from the legs back to the heart, which can cause swelling, heaviness, and even dizziness when you stand. This next exercise reactivates that vital pump system while sharpening your balance. Let's begin. Stand tall with your feet shoulder width apart and place your hands lightly on the back of a chair or a countertop. Keep your spine straight and your gaze forward. As you inhale, slowly lift your heels off the floor, rising onto the balls of your feet. Feel your body lengthen upward as if you're growing an inch taller. Hold this position for a steady count of 5. Then exhale as you lower your heels back to the ground with control. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. If you feel steady, try removing one hand from the support or holding the top position a little longer each time. This small motion activates the gastrocnemius and soleus, the 2 key muscles that form your calves. Think of them as the engine that pumps blood upward toward your heart. When they contract, they squeeze the veins in your lower legs, pushing blood back into circulation. This prevents fluid buildup and keeps your feet from feeling cold or swollen. At the same time, these muscles help stabilize your ankles, crucial for maintaining balance when you stumble or change direction quickly. The benefits go beyond circulation. As your heels lift, your Achilles tendon, the thick band that connects calf to heel, becomes more elastic. A flexible Achilles helps absorb impact and makes every step smoother. According to a study from the University of Tsukuba, older adults who performed heel raises for 8 weeks improved ankle strength by nearly 25% and reported feeling less fatigue during long walks. When you've finished your set, pause for a moment with both feet flat on the ground. You might feel a pleasant tingling from the soles of your feet up through your calves. That's improved blood flow, bringing fresh oxygen to your muscles. Afterward, give your body what it needs to recover: a small bowl of warm barley soup with a handful of spinach and a squeeze of lemon. The barley's slow-release carbohydrates keep your energy steady. The spinach adds magnesium for muscle relaxation, and the lemon boosts vitamin C to support collagen in your tendons. And if you're doing this at home, make it a little fun. Turn on your favorite upbeat song and match the beat as you lift your heels. Or, if your spouse is nearby, challenge them to who can hold it longer. You'll both be laughing and unknowingly training the very muscles that keep your steps strong and your balance sharp. Now that your calves and ankles are recharged, we'll finish by training your legs to stay centered and stable from side to side, because most falls don't happen forward or backward, but sideways. Number 5. Side leg swing. Most people think of balance as a front-to-back motion, catching yourself if you trip or step too fast. But the truth is, most falls after 60 happen sideways. The moment your foot slides out or your weight shifts too far to one side, your body needs strong hip and outer thigh muscles to pull you back to safety. That's exactly what this final movement trains: the side stabilizers that protect your hips, knees, and spine every time you change direction. Stand tall beside a chair or wall so one hand can rest lightly for balance. Keep your feet about hip-width apart and your posture straight. Shift your weight onto your left leg, then slowly lift your right leg out to the side until you feel a gentle tension along the outer thigh and hip. Hold for 2 seconds, then bring the leg back down with control. Don't let it swing or drop. Repeat 10 times on the same side before switching. Move slowly and breathe steadily. Think of drawing an invisible arc through the air with your toes. As you lift your leg, you'll feel a firm tightening along the side of your hip. That's your gluteus medius, one of the body's most important but most ignored muscles. It acts like a set of guy wires, keeping your pelvis level when you walk or climb stairs. Below it, the tensor fasciae latae and the outer thigh muscles work together to stabilize the knee and prevent it from collapsing inward. Strengthening this area improves what physical therapists call lateral stability, your ability to stay upright when something shifts beside you. You'll also be strengthening the hip joint capsule, the deep connective tissue that provides shock absorption with every step. When these tissues are active, they help keep your stride smooth and balanced. A recent mobility study in Nagoya showed that older adults who performed controlled side leg swings 3 times a week improved side-to-side balance by over 20% and reduced hip pain scores by nearly half after 6 weeks. Once you complete both sides, take a moment to stand still and notice how grounded your body feels. That subtle steadiness through your hips and thighs is what protects you when you lose balance unexpectedly. To support recovery, enjoy a light, mineral-rich meal, such as a bowl of brown rice topped with sauteed mushrooms and a sprinkle of seaweed flakes. The mushrooms provide vitamin D for bone strength, while the seaweed adds magnesium and iodine to support nerve function. Together, they replenish exactly what your muscles and joints need after movement. And if you want to keep the habit alive, turn this exercise into a small daily ritual with someone close to you. Do your side leg swings while chatting with your partner in the kitchen or watching your favorite morning show. You'll laugh, stay accountable, and turn balance training into something you both look forward to, a shared moment of movement that keeps you strong together. Your legs are now fully awake, front, back, and sides all working as one. In just a few minutes, you've trained the same muscles that physical therapists focus on to prevent falls and rebuild confidence after injury. But the real reward isn't just strength. It's knowing that every step you take is once again under your control. You've just completed 5 of the most effective standing workouts for protecting your knees and staying steady on your feet. Together, These simple moves reawaken every major muscle that supports your lower body, the front of your thighs, the glutes behind, the calves below, and the stabilizers deep within your hips. Each one works like a small repair crew, restoring strength, flexibility, and confidence step by step. After a few weeks of consistent practice, you'll start noticing real changes. Standing up from a chair will feel lighter. Climbing stairs won't leave your knees trembling. Walking outside will become more enjoyable instead of tiring. And perhaps most importantly, you'll move with the quiet confidence that your body can catch you if you ever lose balance. That's what true independence feels like, the ability to trust your legs again. Try practicing this entire sequence once a day, ideally in the morning when your joints are still stiff. 10 to 15 minutes is enough. Pair it with a balanced breakfast rich in protein and minerals. Something simple like a poached egg with whole grain toast and a handful of berries to help your muscles recover and stay strong. If you want extra motivation, invite someone to join you. Doing these exercises with your spouse, a friend, or even a neighbor turns routine into connection. You'll find that shared laughter and gentle encouragement make the movements easier and far more enjoyable. Remember, age may slow us down, but it doesn't define our strength. With a few minutes of mindful movement each day, you're not just exercising, you're teaching your body how to stay balanced, resilient, and full of life. So keep practicing, stay patient with your progress, and be proud of every single step. Your knees, your legs, and your confidence are rebuilding one morning at a time. And in our next session, well, take this even further. Discovering the overlooked daily habits that silently weaken your legs after 60, and how to reverse them before they ever become a problem.